what would you do differently if you were to start again?
There is one thing I will make mention, which is overconfidence. When I was learning, there were some some courses, you know, I learned up to the point I realized that no, this one there's nothing, below getting on. So, I was so overconfident to the extent that I went to the exam hall and
Greetings, lovely people of the internet. So, welcome to the channel once again after a long pause. And today, once again, I have with me.
I'm Joshua Win.
Okay, so yeah, Joshua has been on this channel for quite a number of times, and then most of you might have known him. And then, if this is your first time being here, make sure to hit on that subscribe button so as to be part of the family. So today we are going to be talking about our first year experience in a university, of which is being taught in French. We are Anglophones, but then we just moved in straight from an English system straight into a French system. So I'm going to be asking him about his experiences and then just a whole lot and what his expectations were. So, Joshua, so can you just tell me what your experiences were in your first year?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that it will be a difficult start for anybody who is integrated from English kind of studies to automatically learning in French. And for me, the experiences I've had, I have my core values that no matter the situation, I have to always just try my best. And so I would say I had a good experience because it's also an opportunity.
Okay.
And currently, I'm able to speak two official languages, read in French and understand. It is something I've never imagined. When I was in primary JHS, people used to learn, even SHS. When I was in form, like some people did French, they tried to write French, but I never bothered about it because I felt like, why will I be using French for a matter? I never thought like I will be using French in any part of my life, and now I have to study in French, and so I would say it was it's a good experience for me. It's a very nice experience, integrating into a foreign language and still being able to validate your modules. It's a very nice experience. Yeah, generally it's a nice experience.
So talking about school and French and validation and everything, so it means that you have validated everything, and then you validating everything, it means that there were some mechanisms that you kept in place to help you with your studies, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So could you just share with us some of those mechanisms that you kept in place?
Exactly. Me, I'm somebody who has believed in discipline and hard work. They are my two core values I move with.
Okay.
And I don't really, let things that are around me disturb me from my focus. You get it? So I would say the mechanisms I've used is just, hard work and then, being disciplined.
Okay.
Even if I know what is going to go on in that, class or whatever, I will be present at the lecture. So I was very disciplined with everything. Anything that I have to follow, I follow it. And, also with hard work, I don't play with my studies. That one for sure. I don't play with my studies. I have, other stuff like I like football a lot. You are with me. I like football. So I watch football all the time. But when it comes to studies, I don't also joke with it because I always try to find time to, sit with my books and learn. And also, one thing that has helped me is, just trying to mix with the francophone. That's as because that will force you to be speaking French and be listening to French, and you get familiarized with the language, which helps helps you to understand the coup, or like when you are reading. And so that's also one thing. That's also one mechanism. Trying to not to isolate myself, be like, okay, I'm Anglophone, let me be with English people. No, I just decided to have more relationship with the French people, so you are forced to speak French, and that has helped understanding the language very fast, and also, understanding the code, whatever your professor says, and then, also helping you to really learn them fast. So these are the few mechanisms to, I would say, just hard work, discipline, and then, trying to socialize with the francophones to get familiar with the language. Yeah.
So you made mention of discipline.
Yeah.
Now, there's a debate that is mostly between discipline and then motivation. So I just want you to choose one: discipline or motivation.
Discipline.
Why?
If you are motivated, it's just like motivation is just like you've thrown a stone, gravity will bring it back. But you just move fast. If you're motivated, you move fast at the beginning. So you are just motivated at the moment. When that motivation goes, or the thing that interestingly has just inspired you to make that move, when it kind of like leave you become relaxed, you see, and you start dropping. But with discipline is some kind of, you train yourself to, no matter what, no matter the decision, no matter where you are still, with you are still with you respect what you've, table down for yourself. You get it. So me, I would choose discipline all time. With the motivation, yes, sometimes you can just, at the point you are motivated to do certain things, you just started, it's only the motivation, you are not disciplined enough to even go through it. You will slack down the, motivation is good, but for me, discipline over motivation. You need to be disciplined. That's for sure. For you to accomplish it, discipline is key.
So I like the fact that you said that motivation sometimes at some point will wear off. However, don't you think that if you still go for the Shema, if you still go for the route of motivation, don't you think that you're supposed to, constantly watching motivational videos and things to keep you ongoing?
Oh, well, watching videos without training your mind is just like, pouring water on the rock. You only listen, you are motivated at that instant, but if there's no discipline in you, after that, that's all. You don't practice anything. You just listen. The next time you listen, you get motivated. It ends. You are moving nowhere. You should be disciplined enough to put in work to what you listen to, what has impact. Motivation is very key. You need to be motivated first, so that you can keep yourself going. You need to be disciplined. If you get motivated at once, then you don't put in the work, you will come back and listen. You may listen, you get motivated, then maybe you start with dream, and if there's no discipline, you fall off again. So motivation is key. You can listen to any motivational speak you want at any time, but if you're not disciplined enough, you just get motivated. It's just like, a spontaneous thing. You just get motivated at that moment, and afterwards, just a few moments, it washes away, and then,
but let me ask you this: don't you think that it is the motivation that sparks the drive for discipline?
The motivation, like when you're motivated, it doesn't spark drive for discipline. Let me tell you one thing. You need to be disciplined first. Then when you are getting motivated, once you stay by your values, that motivation will produce something. Discipline is first before motivation. If you're not disciplined, there's no need motivating yourself.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
Discipline is first before the motivation. Motivation doesn't spark discipline. But you don't, if you are disciplined alone and you don't get motivated to do something to, you wouldn't be able to, like, you wouldn't get the vim, like, you wouldn't get, that kind of feeling, strong feeling, like, to achieve it. You get it? But generally, you need to be disciplined first. You need to program your mind. You need to set values. So you need to get boundaries for yourself. That in your mindset that this is what I want to focus on. This is what I do. These are the values I want to go. That's discipline. Then before you will get motivated by a certain path, then you follow. Motivation just comes for a certain path. You're motivated to do a certain thing. But discipline is general. That's the overall. So you need to get the motherboard before you start going for the
fatherboard.
Exactly. You need a motherboard before you need a subset. Some mathematics stuff. So the mother set is the discipline. Then in discipline, you find motivation and you are free to go.
Okay. Yeah. So viewers, if you are still watching up to now, and then you've not yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe leave your comments. Just tell me discipline or motivation. And actually, this is going to be one of the topics that I'll be discussing with one of my guests that I'll be bringing on board. So there are going to be a lot of interesting topics that will be discussed. For example, like the discipline or motivation issue that I'm talking about. So Joshua, you made mention of discipline, you being focused on your goals, regardless of your interest in football. But then, when it comes to studies, you are still what do you call it? You are still key to it. You pay focus to your studies, and also you made mention of the fact that you kind of like melanged, you kind of like mixed yourself with with
Yeah, the
francophones,
francophones.
so
Yeah,
that I mean it helped you with your speaking and everything.
yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. What would you do differently if you were to retake the year again, or let's say if you were to start, let's say with the knowledge you have right now, what would you do differently if you were to start again?
If I were to restart the year
Yeah. Let's
again,
say
what's
you just landed in Morocco,
in
right?
Morocco?
You just landed in Morocco, and then with the knowledge you've already gained,
hmm
you are just starting all over. What would you do differently?
Well, for me, if I were to restart again, I think I won't do anything different. I'll just do what I've done again. I'll repeat what I've done
Okay.
because absolutely, I would say, the year has been, with what I've done, the year has been smooth for me. That for sure. So there are certain, but there is one thing I will make mention, which is overconfidence. I would have worked on overconfidence. That is
Tell
like
us more about that.
that's one thing I would have worked on very seriously. Yeah, because you see, when you are learning something, and at a point, here the exam you go and write, they
Mhm.
give you objectives, then you answer. So when I was learning, there were some some courses, you know, I learned up to the point I realized that no, this one there's nothing below getting all. So I was so overconfident to the extent that I went to the exam hall, and in fact, as we used to, I underrated the exam. Then I was sitting down before I realized time caught me, so I had to make some mistakes, and the whole paper, um, it didn't come out as expected.
I
So
got it.
yeah, so overconfidence is something I would have worked on. Don't underrate any exam you are writing, no matter how much you prepared. Don't just attach all the seriousness in you, to what you are doing, no matter how easy you think it is, or no matter how prepared you are.
Mhm.
Don't ever underrate. That's one mistake I wouldn't have ever repeated in my life when I was to take the year, like underrating courses.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you wouldn't
no, no,
underrate
yeah, no
any.
overconfidence. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So that's one thing you would do differently.
yeah.
But with the approach of you learning the language is still the same.
Oh,
It's still the
same.
same way.
Yeah, for me learning the language, I think same approach. It has been good. Me, the approach is just trying. Yeah, there were some software applications that used to help me, and also
Which are
I used Duolingo. Yeah, I
okay.
used Duolingo when I was learning French. It's a software application. It helped me, and also the grammar. There were some PDFs. The grammar. I think our senior sent them to us, and also the people were following at the French class. And also that one, facilitated the learning. But when I came to Kenitra, you know, you just sometimes you have the words in your head, but your mouth is not fluent to to express what you are thinking of. So I try to just make sure I get myself involved, attached to the francophone, so that I'll be forced to be speaking, and that way you see that you become fluent with time. So it's not just really memorizing or understanding, reading and understanding, but also being able to express yourself in French, wherever you are. Yeah. So I think it would have been the same approach. Yeah, it would have been the same
So
approach.
yeah, another thing. So I think that's even the last question, right?
Yeah.
So has there ever been a point in your life, like in your stay here, that you've regretted for deciding to study in French?
No, I don't think I've ever regretted for studying in French. For me,
Because let me tell, because the reason for me asking is that
yeah,
some of the viewers, which are I mean are very close to me, actually they've been asking me, oh Ferdinand, so you studied in French from primary to junior high school to senior high school, all in English, and then right now you've just transitioned straight from English to a university in French. So I mean, how was it? Like to me, I mean, on their own perspective,
Yeah.
they see to be that it's something very difficult, and then if they actually aim to take that route, they are going to regret their life and things like that. So I'm now asking you personally, have you ever regretted for taking such a path?
Yeah, let me say it's really a difficult path,
Mm-hmm.
transition all something from English to French is so anyone could imagine me self when I applied when I was coming,
Mm-hmm.
I was having that kind of thought. Okay, now I'm going to study in French. Really, I don't even know how to say come in French. How am I going to integrate into the system? So I was also worried. Every human being will be worried, will be anxious, asking how is it, how you able to learn in French? You have never spoken French, how you so yeah, me myself I had that feeling before I came here. But I was saying me, I've never regretted, learning French or having to learn French because for me it has been a smooth transition. I didn't really suffer learning French, that's for sure. I didn't really have a lot of difficulties learning French. That is all boils down to me being disciplined. I knew that it was gonna be tough, so I just stick to my rules. I have to learn. So I attacked all my seriousness in learning the French language, and it was a smooth transition. Trust me, I started learning. It was just coming. So for me, it was a smooth transition, and I don't have any regrets. I didn't really suffer that much to learn French, so I don't have any regret learning in French. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I mean, let's just add up. We have survived from studying French. At
Yeah.
least we can now express ourselves in French. Now, recently I saw that this our the next semester we are moving into that they are going to introduce Arabic. What are your thoughts on that?
That I think it is catastrophic, but I don't believe it is. I don't believe it's true. But if it is true, Arabic, there, that ça va chauffer, ça va chauffer, vraiment, ça va
Not going to
chauffer.
let you parle français.
Arabic, well, it wouldn't be easy. If really is the case, it wouldn't be easy because it's not even the alphabet, ABCDs, other stuff, it's completely different.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if there will be Arabic, it will be a very, 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 very
Very
big,
tough.
yeah, headache. That one there for sure.
But don't you think is good?
Well, for me particularly, like learning languages is good. Like I would love to be able to speak a lot of languages as possible. So it's a good thing to learn, different languages. But Arabic, yeah, it will be very tough. But it will be very good if you are able to learn it and you are able to understand. You can read and understand. It will be, and especially once you're in Morocco, you're able to speak Arabic or like the local Darija, you will feel like you will be able to
They see you as part of them.
exactly
When you go to buy stuff.
exactly be able to interact with a lot of Moroccans. So it will be good if you are able to, learn and understand it, but it wouldn't be easy. That one for sure. It wouldn't be easy.
Definitely.
Yeah. Different, alphabets, bro.
Yeah. So so yeah. At this point, do you have anything for the audience? Anything in French, in anything you can say anything? Because I believe, yeah, right now we have some viewers that are francophones, and then they actually have interest in learning the English. So that's why we still continue to do. But if you have anything to say in French, in English, anything, you could partage it.
Well, so for me, I would say coming to Morocco is a very nice experience, and it has given me the opportunity to be able now to speak two official languages, which is an achievement, and I mean a lot of discoveries, different, school system, and so those who are also having the thoughts as like me when I was thinking, I was worried when I was coming here. Like if you are given the opportunity to go to any francophone country and go and study, just believe that it will be tough. I wouldn't say it will be easy for you. It may be tough. It may be tough. It may be easy for you. It may be tough for you. But the most important is if you are committed, you will be able to speak the language and learn in it, and you love it. Donc, pour les francophones qui suivent ce chaîne, donc, moi, j'ai dit, c'était en français, donc on a exprimé nos expériences qu'on a vécues ici au Maroc. Vous voyez qu'on est des anglophones et on a, on a dû apprendre en français, donc j'ai dit c'était un peu difficile pour nous, donc le début, mais maintenant ça marche très bien parce que on s'habitue à la langue et ça vient de l'esprit. Maintenant c'est bon, on peut apprendre en français à l'école, on comprend tout. Donc je suis en train juste d'encourager ceux qui auront l'opportunité, cette opportunité un jour pour aller étudier en français peut-être dans un pays francophone. Ce ne serait pas facile. Je ne vais pas dire que ce serait facile. Peut-être pour vous, ça peut être facile, mais pour les autres, ça peut être un peu difficile. Mais voilà. J'encourage tout le monde, si tu reçois l'opportunité, n'hésite pas, fais tes efforts et puis tu vas t'habituer. Je vous promets que tu l'aimeras très bientôt. Tu vas apprécier très bien cette expérience qu'on a vécue ici. C'est une très bonne expérience. J'encourage tout le monde de le faire si tu as l'opportunité. Voilà.
D'accord. Donc, merci beaucoup. Donc, vous voyez, il a bien s'exprimé, même si il a fait 2 ans, non?
Non, moi, j'ai fait
2 ans, c'est presque 2 ans ici, non?
Non, donc, c'est presque 2 ans parce qu'on a dû apprendre le français pour notre, mais c'était pas un an parce que c'était 6 mois. On a commencé de janvier à juin. C'était 6 mois pour apprendre le français. Puis, donc, on a commencé l'école.
Bon, on peut dire que c'est presque 2 ans.
Oui, c'est presque 2 ans.
Voilà. Donc, même s'il a fait presque 2 ans, mais il a bien s'exprimé en français. Ouais. Donc, vous aussi, là, vous pouvez le faire comme ça. Voilà. Oui. Donc, at this point, we're done with the podcast. So, if you've not yet subscribed, please hit on that subscribe button and make sure to like, make sure to leave your comments also, discipline or motivation. Tell us your thoughts about it. Tell us what you think about this video. And then we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.